Seeing a Sawmill by Bill Nye. From Bill Nye's Cordwood. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Read by Dale Grothman. Seeing a Sawmill by Bill Nye. I have just returned from a little trip up from the North Wisconsin Railway, where I went to catch a string of codfish and anything else that might be contagious. Northern Wisconsin is the place where they yank a big wet log into a mill and turn it into cash as quick as a railroad man can draw his salary out of the pay car. The log is held on a carriage by means of iron dogs while it is being worked into lumber. These iron dogs are not like those we see on the front steps of a brownstone front occasionally. They are another breed of dog. The managing editor of the mill lays out the log in his mind and works it into dimension stuff: shingles, bolts, slabs, edging, 2x4s, 2x8s, 2x6s, etc., so as to use the goods to the best advantage, just as a woman takes a dress pattern and cuts it so she won't have to piece the front breadths and will still have enough left to make a polonaise for last summer's gown. I stood there for a long time, watching the various saws and listening to the monstrous growl, and wishing that I had been born a successful timber thief instead of a poor boy without a rag to my back. At one of these mills, not long ago, a man backed up to get away from a carriage, and thoughtlessly backed against a large saw that was revolving at a rate of about 200 times a minute. The saw took a large chew of tobacco from the plug he had in his pistol pocket, and then began on him. But there's no use going into details. Such things are not cheerful. They gathered him up out of the sawdust, and put him in a nail keg, and carried him away. But he did not speak again. Life was quite extinct. Whether it was the nervous shock that killed him, or the concussion of the cold saw against his liver that killed him, no one ever knew. The mill shut down for a couple of hours so that the head sawyer could file his saw, and then work was resumed once more. We should learn from this never to lean on a buzz saw when it moveth itself aright. The end of Seeing a Sawmill by Bill Nye.